And as always, when we record these episodes, we find the outermost corner of the conference so that we can have some peace and quiet, but something always happens. So now a big group has decided to have a party next to us. So they just kind of saw us doing this recording, and then they decided to sit right here and drink and talk loudly.
You're not passive aggressive at all, are you?
Not at all. So that's okay.
Welcome, everyone, to the PowerPlatform Boost podcast, your weekly source of news and updates from the world of the Power Platform and the Microsoft community, with your host, Nick Dolman and Ulrika Ackerbeck.
Okay.
Here we are
together again.
Yes, we are one of our together episodes.
I feel like it's like half and half at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm loving it.
Yeah, me too.
We're having so much fun.
Yep.
So we are at EPPC, European Power Platform Conference in Copenhagen, Denmark.
Yep.
We are at the end of day one. So for us to be able to get this out for you guys, we wanted to do a recap now, but it's because we also had a workshop day yesterday.
Yeah.
So do you want to dive into that first?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about the weather, but I think we can just sum it up by going, it's hot.
It's
and it's probably hot where you are too. It's hot everywhere.
Hot everywhere.
Yeah.
And we're sweating and we're learning, and it's a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the whole Copilot Studio Agent Academy Recruit Batch. Now, I know a lot of you have done this online. We've had a group of you in Hamburg. We went through this about a few weeks ago, which pretty much really was. And then we were going to do it here at EPPC. We were excited about it. We knew we had a lot of signups, and
Big cohort.
And then Microsoft Build happened.
Yeah.
And then they gave the announcement, there is a whole new Copilot Studio experience. Now, you and I have lived through product changes before, new PPAC, the interface might change on a few things, and usually that means, they might move a few things around, they might change the colors, of course, update the icons, all this stuff. So
smart and modern.
Right. I think you and I were like, okay, no problem, we'll go through the Recruit Academy, and then we'll just go through it and just kind of tell the people, hey, this changed, this menu item moved up here.
Yeah. If we're going to be fine.
We're going to be fine. And then we dove in and realized they didn't just update Copilot Studio. They blew it up and rebuilt it from ground up.
Definitely. We talked about this in the last episode
right.
as well. The new mental model, the things that actually not just what you can, but the building blocks have changed and been more. And they're more aligned with the coding agent that we normally use with skills and connections, and it kind of feels more aligned with whatever else we're using.
Yeah. And don't get us wrong, it's amazing. I love the new interface.
It takes the product to another level. It's what Copilot Studio always could have been.
Yep.
And now I'm so excited to use it more. I think I'll use it much more in projects going forward.
For sure.
It's so much more powerful. But then it kind of created a little bit of a pickle for us, because then I thought that I could just have my agent kind of just take the old curriculum and just translate it into the new UI. I gave the Playwright MCP the task of just go through it. Just go through the course in a new interface and just grab new screenshots and bridge the gaps, and it went, yes, I will. And it came back a day later with something that was not that, because it had so many questions for me. It's like, have you considered this? What do I do here? And I was like, I don't know. Let me go through it. And then we realized
we're in trouble.
We're in trouble, and we were a few weeks away. So
weeks or days?
Okay, I wanted to kind of sugarcoat things, but days. This
Okay.
this content needs to be fresh, you guys.
Yes.
It's just in time, or else it's going to be old.
And who knows what else they were changing along the way, right?
That's also
There's
true.
concepts. So we wanted to be close as possible.
Definitely. And so, and also we had the option, because you can toggle between the new and the classic experience. So we had the option of going through the original curriculum in the classic interface.
Yeah.
So when we started off in the morning, we asked the people, the attendees, what would you like to see? Would you like us to go through the original, or would you like us to go through the new and shiny thing? And they're like,
guess
all
what?
hands.
60 people went, new stuff.
And we're like, okay, this is going to be a bumpy ride, but let's do it together.
Yep.
So it was a case of you running around helping. I think you must have had like 30,000 steps in 8 hours. That was massive. You just ran around the whole day. And so and the heat was crazy. And I was up on stage on my laptop, just trying to scramble to kind of bridge the gaps and fix the bugs and get people. And I was kind of one paragraph ahead of everyone else in the curriculum, working with my agent to update the new course to get it to align. But we pulled it off.
Right.
People learned tons and tons.
Yep.
And now they are leading the pack, of course, because this is the first course. The thing we had them go through doesn't exist yet. The content team, the advocacy team behind Copilot Studio Agent Academy will of course update the curriculum, but this thing that we created is actually just something we have.
Yes.
So these people, and also I know a lot of other people having sessions here this week,
Yep.
they haven't had time to update their stuff. So there's still people talking about Copilot Studio capabilities in the old interface.
Yep.
So really this opportunity for the people in the room with us to actually learn this shiny new thing.
Yes.
And to get on board with it.
And just let's also be clear too. If you've built agents in the classic interface, nothing's going away.
Yeah.
You can still maintain those. You can flip to the classic interface. We're going to talk about some of the sessions we saw. I saw a session this morning by Henry James, who of course is one of the PMs on the Power Cat team, Cat Copilot Studio.
Cat team, yeah.
Cat team, yeah. So basically he showed and gave a breakdown of if you're using existing agents versus creating new agents, gave some guidance there on kind of what to use when kind of thing.
Yep.
And so if you have existing stuff, yes, it will continue to work, it will be fine. No need to worry about it. And
but also you cannot transition an old
there's no migration
Copilot
path
into a new one. So if you have an old one running and you're using the new interface, you open your old Copilot, then agent, then that will open up in the old interface. So there's no bridge yet between the two things.
Right.
So if you want your agent to be a new Copilot agent, you have to build it again from scratch. So there are MCP servers, there are tools that you can use for you to make that journey a little bit easier. Right. But I'm not sure if those are updated to the latest thing either, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they talked a little bit about the Copilot Studio command line interface today. So that is, of course, that's a plugin. You can put in Visual Studio Code. You can build your agents. Remember Sean Astrachan, who I just saw a few minutes ago? Mm-hmm. He did a video we talked about the last time on using the CLI. Yep. So there are tools there, but I think at this point, if you want to take your agent, you can rebuild it using the new interface. So the agent experience is really good. It uses skills, which is aligned with everything else.
MD files, as you have in everywhere else, you can bring them right in here. You can upload them to your Copilot Studio Agent.
And the workflow engine.
Yes.
It's sort of like if you've done, and this is where Microsoft has completely rebuilt this workflow engine specifically for Copilot Studio for agentic work. If you've worked with N8N, you probably see the very few similarities. There's a few things.
Pride.
They kind of course, they heavily influence and borrow from each other. I talk about heavy influence and borrow. I do want to call out a few people in the community that their content helped us get our content ready. So Reza Dorrani, we owe you coffee, t-shirts, just name whatever you want.
Yeah, Devaney.
Matthew's video on, you go ahead because you got so excited about this.
The thing you did at the beginning of your video when you asked your Copilot, the new one, to show what it can do and the capabilities and how it's built. What was the reference to the Dracarys?
The Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah, the Dracarys. I loved it. We showed the people in the room that video just to show them how you can go about the mental framework you have to adopt when you use these things and how clever it is and how meta that is. Matthew, I loved it. That was perfect. Yeah, and then of course, we showed a bit of Howdang as well. Your stuff is that we showed a bit of one of your videos as well. Yeah, the framework and how you've updated that. Yes. And so this is, I think, the great thing about the community. And again, three top guys basically talking about the same thing. And I know we've talked about this multiple times. If you're starting out, you want to create content, on the new Copilot Studio experience, go for it. Now, I heard something on a podcast the other day which really stuck with me was just because that one supermarket is selling milk, the supermarket across the street is not going to stop selling milk because that other supermarket's selling milk. They're going to sell milk too. So again, if you're creating content, like here, there's three guys and each of them, Howdang, Matthew, and Reza, they talked about the same thing, but from three completely different angles. They all had very valid points. And they all had something special to add.
Right. They complemented each other. They didn't compete with each other. So this is the great thing about this community and the plethora of content that's out there that we talk about every 2 weeks. Seriously, you guys really are the kind of the background heroes. Big shout out to you. Big kudos. We did it without your permission, but we figured you put it out there. This is what we're going to do with it.
I figured they're going to like the share and the subscribe, but and also we of course we shared the links to the people in the room. It's in our course as well. The links to your videos, and it's such a good way for us to shine a light on who helped us, because we needed help. We were stuck. We needed a new frame of mind. So Reza, your scenario and the way that's what we used, the ticketing and we replaced Rex with Bit so that it wasn't kind of stealing, but kind of influenced by. But that saved us, because that was a really good use case for us to have a common red thread throughout the thing. So I mean, I just love the fact that we can all pull together. That's what community is, and that's why we're here. So the reason why we know about all of these three guys is that we go to these conferences, we talk to them, we get to know these people, and we extend our network and our community. This is why conferences like this is so important. All of these connections are built in places like this. The people that are here this week will do the same thing. When they come back to their workplace and they hit the same kind of challenge that we hit in a customer setting, they have people to draw on. They have learned people that know this better, that they can ask for help. This is what community is to me, and it's so powerful and makes me a little bit emotional.
It was cool, and of course some of the sessions about the new Copilot Studio. I said Henry James did a session. We have we'll put this in the show note. He has a link to something called the new Copilot Studio Experience. Talks about what it's all about, but also there's some samples there of agents they created that's open source. So if you want to look for an example, there's that.
And also just to pitch, because the old Copilot Studio Experience, you had templates, but the new one doesn't. So that was one of the challenges we had yesterday, because part of the course is to use one of the out-of-the-box template thingies. That doesn't exist. So this is your way to get to that kind of template thing from another source. And it's still Microsoft because it's PowerCat. So,
and speaking about inspiration about building Copilot Studio agents and things like that, and so of course last time where we talked maybe 2 episodes ago about the Agent Academy hackathon, where they had the cash prizes. Remember, we were like, woo, money! Woo! So we do have the winners of that now. So I'm just I'll pop over there. So April Dunham, of course, and I also want a quick shout out to the Cloud Advocate team. April, Scott, Eliza, Daniel, all of you helped. You were very supportive. You, Eliza, Scott, and Daniel all popped in to the class
during our workshop,
during the workshop
to support us.
And even like April sent me a message. April, again, thank you. You sent me a message in the morning about the content and stuff. And I think you were stressing out a little bit, going, "What are you guys going to show?" And like I said, "No, April, we got it." And
we'll forward it to you.
And sort of like she's been very very helpful with that too. So all of you, like it takes I've heard one of your sessions years ago. You said it takes a village.
It takes a village.
And this village was amazing for us.
Yes, you came through for us. Thank you.
So speaking of April, she published a blog about who the Meet the Academy hackathon winners, and we'll talk about the recruit track. But we do want to talk about was Atinia. That was built by Atinia. So we'll probably get the right names of who the actual people were behind. But basically, first place performance development assistance for performance reviews. I remember when I used to work in big companies, we'd have performance reviews. Microsoft, you have your they have their wording.
The amount of data and the amount of links between people. Oh my lord.
Yeah, so this built an agent to help structure that with HR to make sure it's grounded and everything like this, and make sure there's skills, mentors, materials. So we're gonna have the links. They have like about a 5-minute video demoing what they built. So it's good if you're trying to figure out what to build, or you're looking for some inspiration for what you can do in your own company with Copilot Studio. And that's there too. So that was first place. Second place was a meeting tasks agent. Tackles the gap between meeting ending and following up work. So of course now that teams are recording meetings, there's a lot of follow-up sometimes that has to be done. The cool thing is you can take those transcripts and things. I use this all the time. It is it's not even a case of, do you want to record this meeting? Like, yes, we want to
Yes,
record
we
it.
always do.
More for the transcript than the
Yeah,
video. I don't
definitely.
rewatch, but I use the transcripts all the time.
There's so many gold nuggets in meetings like this. You don't
Yeah.
want to miss anything. Yeah.
Yep. And then the other one was an interesting one, a conversational AI agent for vehicle insurance self-service portal. So I had to recently go through some vehicle insurance, which is, it was what it was, and we won't even get into because it was my own fault. But anyways.
I know. So you have an agent to help. You can self-service this time.
Yes. Although the person I talked to was very helpful, and maybe I said I felt really stupid, and she's no, don't feel stupid. Everybody does it. Da, da, da. That's what we have insurance for. So, but here's an agent that can help you out to help you go through that process. If you ever had to do that, it is time-consuming. So this was really cool. Of course, there was others with the operative track as well, a vendor guard on this vendor contract compliance system. We saw some demos of this today.
Yeah. That was really cool. No, this is so cool. Really good work. And as always, when we record these episodes, we find the outermost corner of the conference so that we can have some peace and quiet, but something always happens. So now a big group has decided to have a party next to us. So they just kind of saw us doing this recording, and then they decided to sit right here and drink and talk loudly.
You're not passive aggressive at all, are you?
Not at all. So that's okay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep going, and hopefully our audio will still be okay.
I think it'll be fine because we have the mics direct.
Yeah.
So there's an engagement hub, about managers, delivery leads, handle the fragmented stream of client documents, SOW service silos of information. Have we heard about this?
My.
So that's pretty good about putting that together. Frostbite AI advisor gives a brain freeze ice cream store managers the data and actions they need to run the shop. Oh, that's interesting. So they took some kind of scenarios here and built that. This is amazing. This is really
Designed
cool.
to solve 11 manager problems, analyzing sales by items, flavor, and topping. I love this frame of mind. This is so cool.
Yeah.
There's the Dataverse MCP server, multi-prompts, and this is really cool. Yeah.
And of course, in special ops, there was some Sprint Forge. Managing scrums and ALM. Like we have the review meetings, the scrum meeting. Like I am a huge advocate of agile development.
Oh yeah. But you can't do it without the Scrum Master. And we've had some very good ones.
Yes.
So I'm not sure this is kind of Sasha level, because Sasha's next level. But
if we could get a Sasha level Scrum Master, can you imagine?
AI, oh my.
So some things AI can't do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A calamity agent for weather and fire alerts. Of course, that's interesting. We're getting into, in Canada, we're getting into fire season now. Of course, with the heat waves we're having, I'm sure there's flooding in Montreal. So this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
Mother Nature is just kind of reminding us that who's still in charge of everything.
Yep.
And treat her right. And warehouse picking agent. So this is interesting too. Like back in my younger days, I built some barcoding scanning systems for warehouses and things like this. So it's kind of cool. These old school problems are still problems or still need software solutions.
Yeah. We saw demos today of new offline capabilities for Canvas apps that are coming as well for exactly this scenario. You have a device in your hand, you're off grid because the big buildings, they don't have Wi-Fi everywhere, and you need to scan the codes and get things real time. So that's great.
So definitely check out those videos. There's even on the Cowork Collective track as well. Copilot, Cowork, an autonomous ITSM platform on Microsoft 365. So that's for service desk for small medium business. That's interesting because I am working on a project now for a company that does ITSM, but more on the enterprise level. Big shout out to them. And then client kickoff skill. That's pretty cool too, because meeting up with clients, there's always that kickoff meeting and trying to understand, trying to get how's that culture fitting together.
The first date.
Yes.
So you want to get to know each other, kind of where are we at, kind of do we vibe,
exactly.
all that jazz. Yeah.
That's an interesting analogy. And then a multi-agent PMO on Copilot Cowork, so project management office. So again, these are all these scenarios, but the cool thing about all of these are they're agents to help people. They're not replacing these people.
Yeah.
I think
that's so cool. Yeah, that's a very good point.
This is all about like how I think I found this quote, and I'm going to mess it up, but AI knows everything but doesn't know how to do anything.
Yes, that's right.
So, and I think this is what we're seeing with all these agents. This is what's making me excited now. Like a year ago, I was like, oh, this is all too much. What's going on? Do. But now I'm like, in my own work, using agentic AI agents to help me do my job as a developer. I do it faster, more efficiently. It does a bunch of other things. And I'm seeing examples here of the same thing. And these are things where you can, in your own companies, at the end of the day, to me, AI is a tool.
Yep.
Helps you do your jobs better, helps take that tedious.
And I think we just lived it. The workshop we did yesterday is a very good point as well.
100%.
We could never have done in time what the agents did for us to put the new curriculum together.
Yep.
But an agent could never host that workshop.
Not in a million years.
Never.
No.
So that is where you use it. You use it to enhance and to make what you can do better. That is what you needed to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were completely sold, so yes.
Yes. Okay.
So.
Nailed it.
Yep. So, I mean, this will be probably a little bit of a shorter episode, covering up. I don't know if there's, we still have a couple days left. I have a session tomorrow on bringing your own code to Power Pages, which will be pretty exciting, talking about, the new SPAs and Power Pages and agentic development. I will touch on if you're building classic Power Pages, I don't know, how to use those tools for that as well, because I am using these tools for that day to day. So if you're... well, probably by the time this is published, I'm not sure if people are listening to this and being at the conference, but who knows? If you do, that's great.
Yep.
Of course, there's a lot of buzz about the World Cup happening right now.
Yes, it is.
Canada is still in it.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, that's weird.
People tell me Norway's playing later today. We'll see how it goes.
Yes.
But did you go to any interesting sessions today? How did you feel? What did you feel about the keynote?
To me, the keynote was amazing. Of course, the drums at the start.
Oh my Lord. I mean, I told all of the people on the team of EPPC, that was so brilliant.
Yeah.
Yes, every year to just 4 percussionists.
Check out my Instagram, because I did do about a minute recording of the drums, so you get an idea how this is how we started the day. Ryan Cunningham came out for his keynote, and he basically said, "This is how we should start every day," and I totally agree with him.
Brought the energy, woke us up, got us. I was dancing in my seat. It was so good.
Yep.
So yes, and a bunch of coffee. I mean, but the keynote was great.
The keynote was
Ryan
amazing.
brings it.
Of course.
He was so next level this time. He was really executive. You could see he held it all together. He had the red thread of everything. So calm, so confident. I loved seeing Ryan on stage.
Yep. And he made the analogy to Lego, because Denmark is the home of Lego. Talked about the whole. He basically wove the whole Lego movie into how we're living our life. And as soon as you were saying it, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that lands really well. Like clever how that came together.
It's the normal guy. It's the neighbor guy that saves the day.
Yep, absolutely.
Definitely.
Cool. So there was that session. I talked about Henry James' session.
Yep. I went to Matt Sansara's session about generative pages, and if that's going to replace what is it called? The
custom pages.
Custom pages. Thank you. Which is very interesting. I've been using Gen Pages a lot lately. I still find that there's a few gaps, a few things that I expected to be able to do that I can't.
Pro tip. Build your generative page in VS Code.
Oh yeah, I know, and you can do that, but that's not the limitation I'm talking about, because I have customers that are very used to model-driven apps, so they expect to go in through a list and then click on the customer to get the customer card up, and for that to be forms over data, but they want some of the tabs to be a kind of a timeline that's filterable, that's better than the timeline they have already, or a map, or something that's more interactive, more colorful. Maybe they want a customer card that saves space by creating a better interface, but then they want the original tabs for other things.
Right.
So it's hard to kind of merge those two things together.
They're sort of separate,
Yeah. So what we could do is, of course, use a PCF component, but I find that the performance-wise, PCF components are not that performant.
Or an MCP widget.
Yeah, that's also something, right? And then that's kind of the bridge that we're bridging at the moment, is to bring Copilot, M365 Copilot in with an agent that has the app MCP, and because that will then know about the context that you're in, so you'll see a customer page, and then you'll be able to interact with the data through your Copilot experience. And also that will bring in the map, for instance, or whatever it is that you want to see on the fly, which we saw demos of today as well, which is absolutely mind-blowing, and that is definitely the future. So, but for Gen Pages, I also saw a slide today on Leon's session about where generative pages is going. So they released a lot of new improvements already this spring.
Awesome.
And there are a few things in the roadmap, and also they've shared a list of things that they're working on. That's on my Instagram, so if you want to see the full list, you can go there to see that. if you're working with Gen Pages, because there's a lot of goodies
Right.
coming.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Did you go to any other sessions you wanted to mention?
No, I went to the gym.
No, but you went to Melissa's session.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So okay, huge shout out to our friend Melissa Hale.
Yeah.
She did an Inspire one. She talked about her story, and this is the thing about if you're new to the Power Platform, and you're new, you're not sure. Her story is amazing because she completely changed her life around. This is somebody that only in a few short years is now probably into the community. She's an MVP. She's doing amazing things with the Power Platform, but she's speaking about her journey, and it's sort of like no matter where you are, like I've said before, what I love about the Power Platform, it's very accessible. You don't have to have a computer science degree. You could be like if you actually have like a few brain cells, you can figure this out, and you can actually make a very rewarding career being a builder, a maker, especially now with AI. AI is your enabler to learn as well. So of course you're using these tools to, as you build stuff, AI can explain it to you. You can tell AI, explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, and AI will, and you will just get smarter and better. And so Melissa's whole story was, about how she was, working as a PhD. There's some family things in there she talked about.
We're not going to tell the whole
no,
story, but
not
it
the
is
story.
a very personal
If you have
story.
I think she'll probably do it again if you ever have the opportunity to listen to it, you'd be inspired. Big shout out to you, Melissa.
Yeah, such a sweet
we
girl.
love you so much.
And she helped us in a workshop as
Oh,
well.
she did,
She's such
yes.
a sweet angel. She came in, she ran around when you were too busy and I was too busy. She ran around to help people. She got us coffee.
Yes.
And then she kept the energy going throughout the day for us.
Yeah.
She's so great.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
So the Boost Community Award of the Week
Yes.
goes to Melissa Hale. Yay!
Well
All right.
done, Melissa. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, and I went to Scott Duro's session as well, how to navigate the map of the new kind of Power Platform and how to think about it. And also Leon in his session as well kind of echoed the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to leave with that frame of mind. The Power Platform has never been more important. And you who listen to this podcast, you will be the advocate of this platform. Anyone can build anything, put it up on Azure, but do you know all the mechanisms, all the things you have to have in place for it to be secured, governed, and all of the things we need to think about? Managed platforms like Power Platform, it's the only platform in the world that has all of these capabilities, and one that holds true. It is a safe space for you to build and deploy, and there's nothing like it. So there's never ever been a more important place for Power Platform than right now.
Yeah, and I've been working on this for, as we've talked about, a long time, and I totally agree.
Yeah.
I am more excited and enthusiastic than I have been in years, to be honest.
Too.
Yeah.
And now, especially now, this might sound a bit, but now that kind of Copilot Studio upped their game, it's like, yes. It's a proper professional tool now, and now I can kind of push that on to the customers with pride and not be a little bit embarrassed. But so, all in all, we're going to learn so much more tomorrow.
Yes.
I have a panel discussion, you have your sessions. I know there's going to be tons and tons and tons of sessions. And we're so excited to learn more.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely. And a quick shout, we've had people come up, you guys, the listeners, coming up and saying hello, and they listen to the podcast. Like, thank you so much.
That.
This is so exciting.
And actually, can I just share something?
Oh, sure.
Because there was a guy that came up to me and we kind of crossed eyes over coffee at Devaney, and he said, I love your podcast. I listen to it all the time, and it's so cool. I said, oh, thank you. I don't know how to react to this yet, but I really appreciate it. And he said, yeah, you know what else I did? I kind of just randomly went up and hugged someone that I've seen on YouTube because he saved me for so much. He helped me out with so many things, and then I realized it might be a little bit awkward. And I'm like, no, that's what you don't get. We do all of this for you as well. We love that. Come up, give us a hug. That's okay. And we just appreciate it so much. Yeah. So it means the world to us to hear that you're actually out there, that someone's listening, and all the people that have come up to us this far. It's just so sweet. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing that.
Okay, well let's wrap it up. Let's get back. I think they're doing the drinks now. So
Expo Drinks.
Yep. So we'll crack a cold one and celebrate the day.
Yes, we will.
Absolutely.
And then this episode's going to come out tomorrow. It's going to be the middle of day 3, and then another day on Thursday.
Yeah.
So everyone have a great rest of your conference.
Yep.
Talk to someone you don't know. Hug someone you've seen on YouTube, and then just by being here, you're doing the good work. So
Absolutely.
keep networking.
Keep
That's
going.
the key. Okay.
All right.
We'll catch you next time. Take care.
See ya. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening. And if you like this episode, please make sure to share it with your friends and colleagues in the community. Make sure to leave a rating and review of your favorite streaming service, and makes it easier for others to find us. Follow us on the social media platforms and make sure you don't miss an episode. Thanks for listening to the Power Platform Boost podcast with your hosts, Ulrika Åkerbeck and Nick Dolman, and see you next time for your timely boost of Power Platform news.